everybody. So today is Saturday. That means it's time for family movie night. And today we are starting my Jane Austen month. So exciting. And this year, not only am I doing Jane Austen month, but I think I inspired Hallmark because they're also doing Jane Austen month. So there's going to be tons of coverage of that over at Hallmark's podcast. We already have an interview with Will Kemp and his ranking, talking about Paige and Mr. Darcy that will be on today when this airs. So that's fun. We're talking about Pride and Prejudice Atlanta. And this came out in 2019 on the Lifetime channel. And most of these made-for-TV adaptations of Jane Austen have been really bad. Most of the ones for Hallmark Channel have been name only and have had almost none of the actual plot. And like they have in one of the ones for Hallmark, they have Wickham being the friendly mayor. So it makes no sense. So that's very frustrating. But this, I think, is one of the best made for TV, if not the best made for TV versions of Pride and Prejudice that I've ever seen. It translates it over from obviously from the Regency era to modern day Atlanta. A Black family with the 5 daughters that, of course, you have in the Bennett family, and he is a reverend in this case, and there is some faith-based elements in this. Some talk about their faith and prayer and their father becoming a reverend versus becoming our pastor versus becoming a lawyer. And so some of those things are involved. Some complaints about the movie being too focused on the girls getting married and that was too much like the only reason they went to church, but I didn't agree with that. There's a lot of things in the movie about do they believe the same things as their dad. And I think really the mom was the only character that was truly like boy crazy. And that's the case with the character always. She's always boy crazy. She's always trying to get men for her girls. And so I didn't think there was really any problem with that. And I think that there are mothers, that does happen, that does exist. There are mothers who are trying to get their daughters married. But the girls, even Lydia in this is pretty independent, not like quick to tie the knot, kind of a thing going on. And I think what they did to update the different characters was pretty smart. So they have Elizabeth, and she's like an activist. She's always up against the whatever's taking down the town, and they did kind of bring that in like a Hallmark element of save the movie theater, they had this sort of save the theater element. And of course Will Darcy is the congressman slash real estate involved with this thing that's going to be taking down the theater. And it's Juan Antonio who plays Darcy, and Tiffany Hines plays Lizzie. And she's just always got kind of her big causes and her issues and everything like that. So what they did with Jane is they have Rainey Branch playing Jane, and she has a child. She has a son. And I thought that was a good way of kind of, I thought that was a good way of updating her character to make the kind of reasons why she would be sort of reticent and shy and slow to develop this relationship with Bingley, especially if she had a child, why he might be nervous about it, why Darcy would be nervous and kind of maybe even a little suspect. I thought that was a smart way to update that story. And like I said, I thought the way that they updated Lydia's story really worked. Basically, they have her get pregnant, and what's she going to do, and that's kind of her the version of the scandal, which I think was smart because what are you going to do? Because it's not really for her to go off with even somebody that Darcy didn't get along with in this day and age. Like, who cares, so I think adding like a tiny bit of I guess scandal for the pastor's daughter, the reverend's daughter, to get pregnant out of a marriage was like, I thought pretty good. And the way it was addressed, it was very loving, kind, and everything like that. So I think for what they had to work with, I thought it was a pretty good adaptation. And yeah, Reginald VelJohnson playing the dad, playing the reverend, and he's great. I wish we even got more time with him. And I think he has chemistry, and all these girls felt like a family and sisters and everything. And Jackie Hare is always fun, and it's fun to see her in this. And And so it's got a great cast. I think they do about as good a job as you can do taking the story of Pride and Prejudice and updating it. The way they handle the Mr. Collins, I thought was really smart. And about as good as you could do in this stage. And Charlotte's actually kind of in love with him. They're both sort of nerds, is how they kind of update it. And so I thought that worked really well. And you have Brad James playing Mr. Bingley as a character. And it's kind of fun because Keisha Knight Pulliam was playing Caroline in the movie. And that's where Brad James and Keisha Knight Pulliam met and fell in love. And now they're married and have kids and stuff. So it's very exciting. So they met on this movie. Even though they were playing siblings. It's kind of funny. Um, but I really think this is good. I really like it. I think the updates are smart. I think that everybody has chemistry, and it's a really solid version of Pride and Prejudice. And I've seen so many bad ones that I appreciate it. And this is one you can watch on Tubi. It wasn't available for a long time, but now you can watch it on Tubi. So if you haven't seen it, I think you should give it a shot. I think it's pretty good. And so let me know what you think of it. I would appreciate it in the comments, or let me know on Twitter. And I have my playlist for all my Jane Austen month reviews. I would love to hear your thoughts on all of those. I've done all of like the big ones. Now we're getting to more obscure ones, which is really fun. And so please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And also check out my podcast. Check out Hallmarky's podcast over there. And check out my Patreon group. That's the biggest way you can support me and would really mean a lot. And then also have a merch store, which has some Jane Austen inspired merch. So check that out. And thanks so much, everybody. And we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.